She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
My grandfather died earlier than he should have because he refused to eat right. They told my grandfather no salt. My grandfather said, what? My grandfather was still at Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, Waffle House. Anywhere he could go and eat unhealthy, he was there. And I realized at some point, I said, oh, you're content with dying because you love what's killing you. How many times have we become content with not even just dying physically, but dying emotionally, dying mentally, because we love what's killing us? All it would have taken was a few changes in his diet, and my grandfather might still be around. But he wanted what satisfied him momentarily more than he wanted to live. I want you to think about what I just said.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Coach Erica Arthur China T, and I am back with another learning lesson in Never Date Just One Journey. And this particular lesson today is going to be about the video that you just saw. And I'm going to touch on the last part of the video. And he said, did you realize what I just said, or did you think about what I just said? And then I want you to go back, before you get into this video, go back and listen to that video again. And what stood out, what he said was, we will love what is killing us. And that's the most important thing. I want you to hear that, and I want you to settle there. And then he also said, because all it would have took was his grandfather to make small changes, and he would still be alive today. But we love what is killing us. And that goes back to the reason why you are unable to properly date multiple people, because you're still loving something that has been killing you for years, whether that's people, whether that's your habits, whether that's your children, your family. You have blockages that prevent the type of love and desire that you want to come into your life, because it cannot feel your energy. You're still loving things that are killing you. You still won't make the small changes to be able to see the bigger results in the end. And because a lot of y'all want to rush everything, you don't like to let stuff process. So healing, past trauma, childhood trauma, relationship trauma, that should not take forever. If you still stuck in your head, that means that you failed to understand or apologize to yourself for exactly what you thought you were healing from. A lot of times y'all get stuck in those past relationships because you just don't want to accept the fact that you should have took the L and the man didn't want you. Subconsciously in the back of your mind, you still thinking, what if I could have done, if you would have moved on. That's all you need to stay with from that point. Healing relationship trauma is hard. And a lot of y'all are stuck in there because when y'all get in new unions and get with new people, you are mentioning things that was done to you by people who came from the past. For no reason, because you still like to talk too much. So you like to bring people into your pain because I think that you may feel like you're going to get pity from them. They're going to feel sorry for you, or they're going to treat you better, when all you're doing is just telling another man how to treat you, and that they're going to be able to F you over just like the last one did. Or woman, or whoever you date. I told y'all, sometimes y'all just talk too much. But in you talking, I can hear the fact that you have not released this man or whoever from your heart, because you felt like it could have been a lot of things that you could have done differently, when you just don't realize that he or she just did not want you. They just was not into you. Y'all are loving what is killing y'all, and it's blocking you from receiving the blessing that you keep asking the universe for. On top of the fact that not only are y'all just asking the universe, you're not even going out there doing the work. You want a good man, but you don't go out there to do the things to attract a good man into your energy. You just think that he's just supposed to knock on your front door, so you stay home. You don't get your hair done. You don't do nails. You don't go shopping. You don't do anything womanly to stand out, because you don't have to speak, but you can stand out and be seen. You don't do any of those things, but you say you deserve a good man, or you say I'm tired of it because I'm tired of men. I just want to be single, and haven't conceptualized that the reason why you're tired of that is because your decision making And judgment as men is very low due to your low vibrations. And it just takes small things to increase it so you don't feel like that. Y'all still love what is killing you. At the end of the day, that's it. You love the loneliness killing you. You love trying to be there for each one of your kids whenever they fall, killing you. You love being the doormat that the man that's in and out of your life for the last few months or years, he been walking all over you, killing you. You love even entertaining the parents that are toxic and been toxic your whole life, have never supported you, killing you. Y'all still eating the foods that you know in America is killing you. Small changes can make so many big things happen in your life, and a lot of y'all are not ready for those changes. But you want somebody to change to love you. It's impossible. It's not an energy that's going to attract into your universe because you yourself don't want to change. Small things. Small things. And I can't tell you what those small things is because I don't know your dating life. I do know this, that as long as you continue loving what's killing you, you're always going to be dying. Meanwhile, to toot my own horn, I'm over here living because I did get rid of those things that was killing me. Every time I look at the little scars on my wrist, y'all can't see them, they fade over time from when I tried to commit suicide, when somebody didn't love me how I loved them, when all my eggs was in one basket. That shit was killing me and it almost killed me. That's why I'm here telling you. My experience is what I'm telling y'all, and me writing this book did not just come just because the day was Sunday at whatever time in the morning I was bored. Okay? I don't give y'all material. I don't give y'all material that I have not went through, survived, and have a guided tool to help you get through it as well. So again, I'm not telling you to make the small changes. I'm really trying to encourage you that you need to. I'm showing you what a small change did for me in my life. Look at everything that I got. You probably can't see, but where I was when I was ready to commit suicide, I ain't have none of this. My vibrations was so low. I was attracting some of the worst people ever after that initial breakup. So busy trying to cover up that pain with another man and the wrong men because they was worse than him. And then I had to make some small changes. And the very first change I made was to go to therapy and to talk and see exactly what it is that I'm really hurting from. And it turns out it had nothing to do with those relationships. It had everything to do that I was still upset with myself because I had lost my virginity too early. So guess what? Now that I uncovered the issue, I had to apologize to myself. And over time, I had to forgive myself. And we had to move differently. Do you see what I'm talking about small changes? It don't take long, but you got to be committed to those small changes so you can get the bigger results. You are still in love with the things that are killing you. Your children, your family, the men, your friends, the job, all of these things are not adding to your happiness. And you won't, for some reason, put yourself before all of these things and say, no more. And that is why you are dying every day that you wake up instead of living. So when you're ready to start living again, 31 days to eternal satisfaction. Start with this. For 31 days, I'm going to make you go through all of these topics because we got to heal some stuff. Okay. Once we get those things healed, now we can move into the dating energy. But first, we need to make sure that after we heal, we know exactly what we want. We know exactly what we need. And a lot of times people don't know that. You need this date to relate. Before you can jump into roster dating, you got to be in there and learn how to obviously date the correct way and what you need to be looking for. So in this particular book, I told y'all, I didn't just jump out the fence or jump on TikTok yesterday. No, I've been doing this. I have the artifacts and things to show you that I've been doing this. Okay. These books ain't just come out yesterday. They've been out. All right. So the dating guide here is, what does it say? Date to relate, intentional dating guide. This is when you set your intentions, and we start with what? Self-love, self-completion, self-image, self-captivation. Who am I? Learning yourself, love language quiz, and that same, love language quiz. You got your monthly accountability check, trying to check your accountability every month to see if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and trying to find love. It's got your Where do you want to go? What do you want more of? What are your goals for the year? It's telling you to do your vision board. It helps you create your vision board. Even get your views on your relationships, because a lot of y'all can't get it right because you got to realize where your views came from. They might be distorted. So we're going to make you go through the relationship pyramid, and let's talk about those views that you got, and then give us a snapshot. Okay. It's also going to talk about the examples that you've seen of relationships. This is why a lot of y'all keep failing, because the examples that you had or seen weren't the best examples, or some of you keep trying to emulate and you're not getting because you keep forgetting you have the wrong person there to emulate it with. Okay. It also talks about previous relationships. I told y'all, remember we told y'all about letting this stuff go? Now I'm making y'all break it down in this book so you can finally let it go. Okay. And then this is what it says. What does that say? Needs align with relationship values. The entire time on this whole journey of Never Date Just One, I have been talking about y'all needs being met. And I ain't just bring it out of the air. I literally had to make you sit down, do a value assessment, assess your value. Okay, so you know how valuable you is to a man. Because a lot of y'all don't even know how valuable you is to a man. You just think he's going to be valuable to you. So no, assess your value. Then from there, after we assess our values, we're going to go into the dating game. You're going to ask yourself some serious questions like, do you know what you want and what you're after? Yes or no? Because you got to figure it out. I can't get you to roster date until you know what you want. Okay. And after you do that, then we're going to go into, places to meet people. Again, we got to talk about that into the roster dating book. And then what is that date? Traditional versus roster dating. I even break it down and tell you what's the difference between both of them and how it will serve you purpose. Okay, so that's that. And then again, look at that. First date recap. The same thing you would get on that roster. Now you'll be able to have the recap over here, and you'll be able to do each one of them to determine if you're going to add them to your roster. And then again, what do we say? Post-date follow-up. That's where you determine if they're going to go on your roster. All right. And then we got your dating mantras. Things that you need to say every day so you can bring that energy into your life. Create them. Your love life satisfaction quiz. This is where you got to be honest with yourself. Quiz yourself to see exactly how unsatisfied you are with your current life. So that's that. Once we get through this, then you get through this. Now you are ready for this. Now you are ready for this. This is the last missing piece to the puzzle. You can't get here until you have done these. Healed, and then know what you want. We heal this mess, we can clear all blockages so we can start trusting our judgment again. We do this so we can start realizing what our values and views and relationships came from and what exactly do we want. And now here. Now you know what you want and you need. Now you can apply it to your dating. Now you're ready to go. They all go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. If you are still loving what is killing you, then I am talking to you. It's time for you to unlove whatever that is and fall back in love with yourself. And that's going to be putting you before everything in your life, even those kids. Grab these items from my website. The link is below in this video. First, second, and then when you're ready, then we go here. But they don't need to go out of order because you still loving what's killing you because you is still doing things out of order. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.